Okay, welcome back. Getting over to the affirmation section of Yellow Overtone Sun. I am power in order to enlighten, commanding life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the overtone of radiance. I am guided by the power of elegance. Okay, I am power in order to enlighten. It's like that inspiration and commanding life. I am power in order to enlighten, commanding life. It's like that empowerment. That empowerment is the commanding life, is the command of life. That life force energy, that life itself, which brings forth the energy of that enlightenment. So I empower that, like, oh yeah, let's do this. I think one of the easiest way to really see the energy of empowerment is kind of like the idea of psyching yourself up for something. Like, hey, you can do it, kind of like at a sports tournament or something like that. But when we're talking about that too, there's also the realm of self-empowerment. And there's also simply like the glow of power itself, which is why we get into the word radiance and power, command, and radiance with the overtone. And so that power itself is like your own internal glow or your turned onness around something. And so that empowerment happens, and that illuminational quality, enlightenment. See, it's always a mix, and it's really for you to get what that is for you, because you may experience this different than someone else. And even though I feel that it's possible to kind of experience all the aspects at the same time, and it's like that enlightenment is like simultaneously the illumination, like the luminosity of something, as well as it is a weightlessness, right? Because enlightened, we think of it as the lack of weight, as well as it can be also something has been illumined, something has been now become brighter. So there's a more awareness, or more of a depth of consciousness within whatever this frequency is that we're experiencing. And so I find they're both kind of in similitude there, simultaneously happening. I empower in order to enlighten. And so that empowerment is like, okay, my triggers or my blockages or my whatever around doing a certain thing may not be there anymore, right? And so you can see that because now you're commanding life within that aspect. You're sitting in the seat of this enlightenment, and that enlightenment looks like you're now commanding those aspects of your life. You're not just wondering about it, you're not just thinking about it. Now that you're empowered, you're in the midst of the isness of that in a very forward role. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the overtone of radiance. And that one's interesting. That's more about that glow, because we're coming into something very abstract. I seal the matrix of universal fire. So we have that natural yang onness of that radiative force. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the overtone of radiance. And so that empowerment, the radiant effect of that empowerment, is naturally the fire of that on kind of yang energy. And so it's almost like saying the very empowered nature is like emanating and radiating from you, and it has a likeness to the sun. It has a likeness to your own inner universal power of fire. And so this is something that's very healthy for you to embody today, very healthy for you to tag into, as that radiant effect of empowerment just radiates life all around you and is inspired by that command, so that it's really helping you embody what it is that this represents for you as a path in life, or as an event that is part of an occurrence. And I'm guided by the power of elegance. This is all happening in such a way. It's not a jagged or blocky thing. It's something that has a lot of grace, and its fundamental qualities already are recognizing that idea of enlightenment, because elegance and enlightenment, I find, are very same. While enlightenment is like the embodiment of the gravitiness or the illumination, the elegance is very much like the motion of how that enlightenment meets the world. And so it's happening in a very elegant function, very graceful. So let's bring that all together. I empower in order to enlighten, commanding life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the overtone of radiance. I am guided by the power of elegance. Well, there we are. Stay tuned for the oracle section.